I'm Harishankar, M.R. Harishankar. I'm a student. To be frank, I'm a student at Faculty of Law, Delhi University. Currently in my third year, and I'm also done my post-graduation business administration, and also a graduate in English literature as well. So I'm all here. I'm so happy to meet you. To be frank, I have to say that I have been under research for long to set of people who I never had seen so far. That you young people, I have been researching for this reading comprehension for a past 2 to 3 weeks. How I can just tackle this method. How you guys can tackle this method in a simple way. And the first thing which I have just realized is that there is no shortcut for success. And I really wish you to call as ignited minds, that as that the APJ Abdul Kalam usually used to call people, especially the young people, that the ignited mind. I need your ignited souls to be present over here to make this session an extraordinary one. I can't make any of this session extraordinary, but the presence of yours and the presence of mind of yours can make this an extraordinary session. And I can assure you that after this session, either you will fall into two things in this class. One is that either you will become totally confused or else you will become totally clear. There won't be a middle stand. Okay, I just named the session as Let's Buck the Convention. It's all but an idiom. I think you guys know the meaning of that. What do you mean by Let's Buck the Convention? Nothing special. It's all about breaking the convention. We are subjected to several conventions. We are subjected to several kind of existing conditions that we are not forced. We are quite forced to come out, but we are not ready to, because we usually usually wish to sit inside a comfort zone. So if you ask me what you're going to teach today, I'll say that I'm going to teach this. I'm very bad. My handwriting is quite bad, and I'm proud for that. If you ask me what you're going to teach today, I'll say that I'm going to teach this. Can anyone say me what I'm teaching today? I'll tell you a very interesting story. Once a lady asked to Picasso, why you can manage to make extraordinary kind of sculptures that is unmatchable with any kind of sculptures made so far. Picasso, with a small smile on his face, he's usually having a small smile, he tell that lady that the only thing that you want to do is that just cut down, just chisel away the unwanted things for that particular sculpture. If I'm saying that Picasso is planning to make a sculpture of a very beautiful young girl like that of yours, or young boys like that of yours. If you want to make a sculpture of an young lady or a boy, you want to cut away, you have to chisel away the unwanted portion of that young lady or that young guy. That's fine. That's all needed. I think you don't get it. I'll say that in Malayalam. That Picasso ഒരിക്കൽ ഒരു സ്ത്രീ ചോദിച്ചു, എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇത്ര മനോഹരമായ ശില്പങ്ങൾ സൃഷ്ടിക്കാൻ കഴിയുന്നത്? Picasso വളരെ ചെറിയ പിഞ്ചിരിയോടെ പറഞ്ഞു, എന്താണോ നിങ്ങൾ ഒരു സ്കൾപ്ചറിന് വേണ്ടി ചിന്തിക്കുന്നത്, ഒരു സ്ത്രീയുടെ രൂപമാണെങ്കിൽ ആ സ്ത്രീയുടെ രൂപത്തിന് വേണ്ടാത്തതായി എന്താ സ്കൾപ്ചറിലുണ്ടോ, എന്താ റോക്കിലുണ്ടോ, just cut it down. That makes the magnificent, beautiful sculpture. You got it? That's the answer for this. I am going to teach you to reach here. You are going to cut down the convention you have been following for very long. Got it? It's all about running into the core, not out from this. We are traveling into the core. So that's why I'm calling this session as Let's Break the Convention. So I think I'm clear. Is that okay for you? Is that okay following my language? I don't know. Basically me being frank, in the North India for very long, I'm very having a bad habit to speak English so fastly. I'm not saying that I'm saying the right English, but it's too fast that other people don't understand. Because I want to be like that, because the people used to speak in Hindi like that of express train, Vande Bharat. I should have to be at least be a small train now, like that of a. Before we get, I'm just going to say this thing as a war. Okay. If you ask me, how can you win one thing? If you ask me, how can you win a substantial, a particular thing? Only thing is that you have to fix on your brain that you are undergoing a bigger war. If you are ready for a war, you can win that. Before getting into war, you know the story of Mahabharata. Now, in the case of Mahabharata, there is a rule always persists. What is that rule? What is the rule that persists in Mahabharata all time? the Mahabharata will start. Specifically in the case of Mahabharata, I am stating about the war happening in Mahabharata. Sorry, I have to specifically say that what is a speciality? What is a what makes Mahabharata war so specific? Quite sophisticated. I have to say, sophisticated when compared to any kind of wars. Yeah, that's the story. That's the core. Yeah, I got it. Note that. I'm saying that what makes Mahabharata war special from any kind of wars? Yeah, sure. Shoot, man. No. It's the presence of a small object, which is bared by one person. It's the presence of Panchajanya. Only by blowing Panchajanya, the Mahabharata war can be started. By blowing Panchajanya in the evening, the Mahabharata war will be stopped. So, that's the rule of the war. Every war has a rule. Panchajanya. You got it? Panchajanya. It's clear? So, it's the rule of the war. That rule makes that war sophisticated. If you want to make your war, if you want to make your math sophisticated, you must have to know the rules of that. Isn't it? So, I am going to teach you what are the rules of comprehension. What are the rules of comprehension? I am just asking you, what is a comprehension? What is comprehension? What do you mean by comprehension? You know the presence of IQ and EQ, no? Every person like you will be having the presence of IQ and EQ, and you know that. Exactly. So the comprehension come in the category of IQ or an EQ. Comprehension is it's an EQ. How many says that it's IQ? No one say that. You say that it's IQ. Why so? If you say anything, you should have to substantiate that. You have to make sure that you are saying with a reason. Otherwise, there is no. Why it's IQ? Do I make things complicated? It comes under the category of EQ. You being the administrative souls, you being the bearers of administration, it's very much important to have higher EQ compared to IQ. Because you have to emotionally connect with the people. You're not going to rule them. You're going to work with them to serve them. That's why it is called as civil servants. We are the servants of civil. Exactly. So we need IQ more than that of EQ. So it's the only method to check whether you are having higher EQ than your competitors. So in an English comprehension thing, it's very much important for you to have higher EQ when compared to IQ. So I didn't get the answer. What is comprehension? Kindly, if it's possible, I should have to do that. Thanks. Okay, kindly put that in the silent mode if possible. I'm not asking. It's fine. It's fine. What is comprehension? How can you comprehend? Can we really comprehend? What makes human different from animal? What is the meaning of Manushan? Mananam cheyan kazhiyunnavan Manushan. Chindikkan kazhiyunnavananu Manushan. The people who can only think can be called as human. So comprehension is our base. It's a rudimentary factor of everything. I always say that law is a rudimentary factor of everything. It's my personal opinion. Why I state so is that it's the base of everything. Nothing can stay without law. Me being a law student, I should have to support law as well. Okay, anyway, so I didn't get to comprehension. Comprehension is all but simple. It's a four-way process. Okay, we can just compare the comprehension with a computer. We can compare comprehension with a computer. Okay, in a computer, we are just giving a click. Okay, we are going to select an icon. We are just clicking on that icon. When that icon clicks, it starts to process, isn't it? After that, it will manage how to comprehend that. It starts to understand its meaning. It might be in a binary codes, obviously. Afterward, they start to integrate that ideas. They will give the output. Likewise, that is also happening in the case of humans. We will read a test. We will process it. Here it is, I guess. We will process it. We will understand its meaning. Afterward, we will give the output. Clear? So, it's the process of reading a text, understanding its meaning, processing its text, understanding its meaning, and integrating ideas. Okay, integrating ideas simply means giving outputs. Clear? Is it clear up to now? Pakka clear? Is that my English is not getting a headache for you, no? It's fine? Thanks. Okay, and one more thing is that when it comes to passages, As I have just stated in the beginning of this class, there are two things. Okay, one is the main idea. One is the main idea. And the other thing will be its supporting details. It will be its supporting details. So your task is to find the main idea, and I am going to train you within the limited time how to find the main idea from any kind of passages.